Good night, teacher. Now I'm going to talk my first topic that I choose, and I choose exploring Guatemala journey through the tourist attraction, cuisine, and cultural tradition. Uh, okay, so the tourist attraction in Guatemala. Guatemala is a pluricultural country, and I choose this topic to share to the people to for know about how Guatemala is and about the different mm, tradition, customs, uh, tradition and cultural thing that we have. Guatemala has a lot of biodiversity things, and I'm so proud to be a Guatemalan because we have a lot of forest areas, a good weather, uh, a lot of different kind of animals, and we are a very warm people. But first, I'm going to talk. I will talk uh, about the tourist attraction in Guatemala. Then I'm going to talk about the different dishes that we have in our country, and finally, some tips if French people want to visit our country and the different tradition and cultural things that we have. Antigua Guatemala is the most famous place that we have in our country. Antigua has a lot of volcanoes and has a lot of colonial streets and a different kind of food. For example, atole elote, el different famous restaurants, and one of them is the Los Urquizu, and most of the French or tourists arrive to that restaurant to eat a good food. Other place that a tourist will visit is Lake Atitlan. It's considered the most beautiful lake in the world and is surrounded by volcanoes and traditional Mayan village. In this country happen a lot of things. Uh, in this department happen a lot of things. Is in Lake of Atitlan. You can find it in department of Solola, and it's a beautiful place because the lake is surrounded about with three volcanoes, Tolimán, San Lucas, y San Marcos. And San Lucas is a has a lot of different colors and food and activities to do. And the same thing in the Lago de Atitlán, you can explore and visit and saw all the beautiful landscape that Santiago has. Other traditional place is Tikal. Tikal is a national park and is situated and is located in Petén. Petén is the most biggest department that we have in our country, and the weather in Petén and Tikal is wet weather, and they have in Tikal you can find a different flora and fauna. And The other beautiful place that you can visit is Flores Island. It's situated in Lake Petén and with a lot of charming destination, and it has a lot of colorful buildings, and it's a beautiful place that you can explore. And also our city, Guatemala City, the capital of Guatemala is Guatemala. And in Guatemala, we have different activities. And for example, in this picture, Mayan made a rituals, and it happened in Zone 7, and it happened every Monday at at 9 a.m. They made a ritual to be grateful about all the things that life brings them to them. Okay, the typical dishes of Guatemala. The first dish that I will recommend you is pepian. Pepian is made based a chicken, beef, or a pork, three different kind of meat, and it has a really good taste. The other one is jocón, and tamales is the most famous dish that we have in our country. Tamales we usually eat on Saturdays, and we really enjoy that for the dinner because it's a traditional dish for Saturdays. Uh, the different customs that we have in Guatemala are the festivals and celebration. Influence Okay, the Mayan and Spanish influence is marked by colorful processions, different kind of music, and traditional customs. Uh, the fiesta of the Santo Tomás is a good activity in Guatemala because that activity has a lot of color, different kind of dishes. The other activity that recently happened is Dia de los Muertos. Dia de los Muertos it was celebrated on November 1st and 2nd. And we made a, a honor to our relative that passed away. And the last one is Holy Week. Holy Week in Guatemala is a special week that we have because we have a lot of significant celebration, and the most important thing are the procesiones, and that's a good custom that we have in Guatemala, and the tourists can enjoy it in different places, and specifically in San Juan and Antigua Guatemala. And we have a lot of traditional clothing. For example, Guatemala has a different custom, no, clothes for the different department, and that reflect the cultural and identify and we have a different indigenous groups. Also, Guatemala has a lot of music and dance. Includes marimba and folklore rhythms that express a cultural identify and a history. Okay, also Guatemala has natural wonders. and a beautiful landscapes. For example, we have a beautiful um, 30 volcanoes in our city, and three are active, and one's Pacaya, Fuego, and Santiaguito. And this geological formation not only create stunning landscapes, but also attract adventurous visitors for hiking and exploring. The most hiking volcano is Acatenango, but Acatenango is too dangerous for hiking. And we have a lot of biodiversity. And if you want to visit our country, you need to know some travel tips. For example, we have the best weather, but I recommend you that you can visit our country to November to April because we have a dry season and you can enjoy the different cultural events is in month of March and April that happens a Holy Week, sorry. And we have a different transportation option, for example, tuk-tuks, taxis, and chicken buses. And in conclusion, explore Guatemala. It's a good option if you want to travel and visit different countries. I think Guatemala has the best weather in entire world. Have a warm people and good food for enjoy. And Guatemala has a lot of different of traditional customs and it's a good option if you want to travel. Thank you.